At this time, it's time to hear from Gus's professional colleagues. Mr. James Donaldson, who's the former NBA teammate and longtime close friend. Robert Parrish, former NBA teammate and longtime close friend. And Earl Tatum, lifetime close family friend, Mount Vernon High School basketball teammate and legend, and former NBA legend. Let's receive them in that order. He's tall.
All right, family. Good evening. It is so good to see everybody here at this celebration of life for Gus Williams. I bring greetings from Seattle, Washington, from my old coach and Gus's old coach, Coach Lenny Wilkens. Lenny, thank you. Lenny is 87 years of age young now, still doing very well, and he gave me a message to share with all you about Gus, which was, the world is a much better place because it was graced by the presence of Gus Williams for 71 years. And he added to that whoever encountered Gus Williams and befriended him is doubly blessed. And that is so true. Gus was a great teammate of mine for 3 years at the Seattle Supersonics. And we had a great team up there. I know you all remember the 1979 NBA championship. All right? Yes. Now that was right before my time. I joined the team in 1980, but so I'm missing the ring. But y'all remember during those finals, Gus Williams averaged 29 points a game, and I still see him heaving that ball up to the rafters in those last final seconds ticking off to win the championship in 1979. That ball still hasn't come down. It's still going up there. Gus was one of a kind, a terrific man throughout the years, not only teammates, but friends for over 40 plus years. He'd be slightly embarrassed by the turnout tonight because he didn't like a lot of accolades. He didn't like a lot of attention, didn't need it. You know, he never showed off his NBA championship ring, never showed off his all-star rings. He was unassuming, humble, played hard, had a great time playing, and made the game some fun. When we were teammates, he made scoring 2 points the easiest thing in the world. We had this big, imposing front line. Myself at 7'2", Jack Sikma at 6'11", Lonnie Shelton, the small forward, at 6'9", about 265. And we go crash that board and get those rebounds. And we turn and throw it out to half court, and Gus would already be waiting for it. You know, now, he was a wizard on the offensive end, okay? Not so much on the defensive end. But he'd be waiting for that ball at half court, and he'd catch it like Jerry Rice over his shoulder, 1-2 dribble, layup. 1-2 dribble, layup. The easiest 2 points ever. And he kept encouraging us, grab that ball. You grab that ball, get that rebound, throw it out to me. You know, we're playing 5-on-4 a lot of times with just us four and Gus at half court. But we were good enough to be able to get away with that. And Gus never took advantage of that because he kept us all going. He loved his teammates. We all loved him. And it was so much fun to be with him and be around him. He came out year after year after year for Coach Wilkens golf tournaments and auction, big auction dinner he had every single year for about 25 years. Gus would come out, play in the golf tournament, and just keep everybody laughing with his great smile, his personality, his sense of humor. You know, in over 40 years I've known him, I've never heard him say a harsh word about anybody. Wow. He loved people, and people loved him. The day before he passed, January 14, I was doing a big social media campaign out in the Northwest for all the Sonic fans out there. And I knew he was going, working with David, Scap, and Lisa, and everybody else. We knew the time was near. And, you know, I put up a post asking for thoughts and prayers. And hundreds of tributes poured in that night. And then he passed the next day. And hundreds of more tributes poured in. People just loved this man. He didn't even live in the Northwest anymore. This was 40 years ago. But people remembered him. And they loved him. I FaceTime with Gus on a regular basis. And the weekend before he passed, I asked Coach Wilkins if he wanted to FaceTime with him as well. And Coach told me no. I just can't do it, James. He wanted to remember him as he was. It was hard to see Gus on the FaceTime, not being able to talk, not being able to move. But, you know, you could tell he would respond. I would tell him, Gus, I love you. Coach Wilkins loves you. All your teammates love you. 40,000 Sonic fans from Sonic Nation love you. And his eyes would sparkle, and they'd widen up. He tried to mouth some words back. I know he was saying, I love you all too. But that's the kind of impact that he had all the way across the country. Tributes are still pouring in. I sent this link out to live stream it back on the Northwest, and I'm sure thousands of people are watching it, knowing that Gus really impacted their lives. There are 60-year-old men running around Seattle telling me that they still tie their shoes the way Gus used to tie them. Remember that? Gus tied up the laces on the back of the foot, back of the ankle, not the front of the ankle. And these people were so impacted, they still tie their laces that way. One of a kind, and I'm going to miss him so much. I'm just so happy to be here and just share those few words with you. Life is so precious. And please continue being there for each other and love each other and be there nonstop. You never know, in a blink of an eye, just like it happened with Gus and happened with so many people, it can be drastically changed. So continue being there. And I love you all, and I hope to see you all again. You remind me of my church family back home. All right? Thank you very much, very much.
Mr. Robert Parrish is coming.